So today we'll begin with the real estate expert of choice. These 4 lessons will set you on your path to success with direction, clarity, and enthusiasm. Today in Spark Your Career, we'll get acquainted with KW and Ignite at a high level. You will learn to apply KW culture and your market centers culture into the way you engage and interact with others. We'll tap into resources that KW has to offer you, and we will create a vision for your future and set some goals. Today they say this class is about 3 hours. I talk really fast and we usually get through it a lot faster than that. But we do always encourage you to take some time after class time block to make those success steps of lead generation that we talked about before. So that's always my kind of go-to. We don't sit with you while you do your lead generation, but we always encourage it. Ignite still instills in all of us a new way of thinking. It's all about having a success mindset with no doubts. Today, we'll talk about an unlimited mindset fueled by the 6 personal perspectives, KW culture, the value for success, your career vision, and the daily success systems that are going to supercharge your business throughout Ignite and beyond. Anyone can do it, and not everyone will you? This quote is from Gary Keller and his team's published book. Gary Keller is the co-founder and executive chairman of KWX and Keller Williams Realty, one of the most influential people in the real estate world. This quote expresses something that's so true about real estate. Real estate is a wonderful business and one where you can make a lot of money, run your own successful enterprise, and achieve your biggest dreams. And as the quote says, anyone can do it. Not everyone will you? Does anyone have any thoughts about this quote that they would like to share, or anything they've realized since getting into real estate that relates to this quote for you? Something I can just share out of my personal experience of being in this business for a decade now. The anyone can do it, not everyone will you, it really speaks to me because everyone can lead generate, everyone can pick up a phone, everyone can network. Not everyone is comfortable doing that, and not everyone embraces it to the level to grow their business the way they envision or want to. So it is a tool that you build upon. I trust by the end of Ignite, you'll be lit up with possibilities of your own success and you will want to do it. So in the participation guide, who would like to know the keys to success and abundance? It is the 6 personal perspectives. I'm going to just move my little square because you guys are on them on my screen. I'm sorry. The 6 personal perspectives are ways successful people who've come before you approach problems or challenges. It's the mindset of success. These came about by Gary Keller researching successful people in all fields and asking this question: what is it that differentiates those who achieve at the highest level from those who don't accomplish as much? From the answers he discovered, these common perspectives, they work in unison. They do not stand alone, and they work most effectively in the order shown. Embracing and committing to all 6 all 6 perspectives, sorry guys, will help you achieve in success in life and in business. So we're going to talk about each one. So the 6 of them are committing to self-mastery, committing to the 80-20 principle, moving from E to P, make being learning-based the foundation of your action plan, and removing your limiting beliefs and being accountable. The first perspective that all high achievers share is self-mastery. Notice it's not commit to mastery, it's commit to self-mastery. When you commit to achieving self-mastery, you know your goals, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you know how both your strengths and weaknesses, you understand them to seek and master the necessary knowledge, skills, and habits to reach your goals. Throughout Ignite, you'll be acquiring the skills and developing habits to be successful and move towards self-mastery. Are you committed to self-mastery? That is, are you committed to knowing your goals, strengths, and weaknesses? Are you committed to acquiring the knowledge, skills, and habits to be successful in this business? I believe you've answered the question for yourself just by showing up today. The second perspective, this is my favorite one, the idea that 20% of your actions lead to 80% of your results may be one of the most powerful principles you can apply to your life. It's about getting the most from your time and effort. It's about maximizing your results, and it's about having focus. You will sometimes hear the 20% activities described as big rocks or the one thing, or your dollar productive activities. What would you guess would be the most dollar productive activity of a real estate agent? Anybody want to take a guess?
I would guess lead generating.
Yep, you are on it, Chris. So in Ignite, we identify your 20% for you. Your dollar productive activity is lead generation. When you commit to this, you will make more money, have more time with your family, and be more organized. So it's pretty great. Now, moving on to the third perspective. This is one that I, in the beginning of real estate, had to really focus in on and work hard on for myself. It is that top performers recognize and understand how to move from E, which is entrepreneurial, to P, purposeful. All of us can attain a certain level of success by utilizing our natural abilities, and we can also expect to hit a ceiling at some point. For example, let's say as a kid you got really good at doing cartwheels and flips, but you didn't have the natural ability to perform in the circus. Most likely the answer is no to that. You would need to practice and work with a coach for some time before you could perform in the circus. Likewise, we all hit a ceiling of achievement by relying on our natural abilities alone. And the way to break through those ceilings of achievement is to get really purposeful. What does it mean to get purposeful? It means focusing on the models and systems and organize you and your tasks into the most efficient and effective endeavor possible. You'll often hear me say, if you're one of my coaching clients, treat your business like a business. It's so easy in such a relationship-based business and personal business to lose sight of that sometimes, and it can really affect your actual numbers. Many who left a salaried job for a career in business and real estate say they hit a ceiling in how far they were promoted or how much they were paid. High achievers are always looking for a more purposeful way. By doing this, they break through the ceiling of their natural behavior. Wouldn't you like to achieve success and break through that ceiling? How about living a larger life? Ignite is not only designed to help start your business, it helps you grow your business. Ignite will help you move from entrepreneurial to purposeful with mindsets, models, systems, and breakthroughs. The fourth perspective is an obvious one, and you're already doing it by being here today. Be learning-based. A learning-based individual is learning for their own improvement. They know what they know and know there is always more than they know. That's always a hard one for me to get through. An individual who does not appreciate learning is what's referred to as ignorance-based. They know that they know and ignore everything else. Learning-based individuals have made the decision to use effective learning as the foundation piece for their action plan to develop their life. Training and education are a big part of moving forward to attain goals and succeed at a high level. Learning-based individuals commit to the process of acquiring skills-based habits. Ignite is just the start of you being a learning-based individual. You'll learn about many more learning opportunities available at Keller Williams. Here is a quote from Albert Einstein, who was undoubtedly a learning-based individual. "I'm neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I'm only very curious." Being learning based means staying in curiosity and being eager to learn more. The fifth perspective is removing your limiting beliefs. High achievers remove beliefs that hold them back. What are limiting beliefs? They are thoughts and mindsets that limit you, like the one on the slide. I don't have time for training. I can't be successful in this market. I can't devote 3 hours a day to lead generation. We all have limiting beliefs, and it's best to recognize them and change them. For example, are any of these thoughts in your head? I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin my business. I'm not valid yet. I don't know how I can achieve a profit goal that will fund my life this year. I don't feel comfortable talking to people about real estate. The business will come to me naturally. I don't need to lead generate. What limiting beliefs are you having right now as you embark on this new career? So in your participation guide, there is a reframe limiting beliefs activity. So one example is I have to be an expert and know everything before I can get my business. I'm not valid yet. So go ahead and I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to write down all of your limiting beliefs and change them to unlimiting. How do you change the mindset? How do you think differently than the limits you're putting on yourself? So I'm going to go ahead and just give you 5 minutes to do that, and then we'll kind of regroup. And if somebody would like to share, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, hopefully everybody's had enough time to write down their limiting beliefs. Is there anyone that wants to share with the group? And if you don't, and it's personal, that's fine too. but if you'd like to share, it might be something somebody else can relate to.
I'll share mine.
Okay.
Mine were more generalized, like, and more from the past, but like fears around being good enough at math, and realizing that I can learn it and do well. And then the other one was just kind of not feeling like a natural salesperson. And then even just from the class yesterday and things, realizing that there are activities and lead generation that that I'm more comfortable with doing than others, and kind of focusing in on what I can do instead of what feels really uncomfortable.
Well, and that's what's so great about this career is that no matter how long you're in real estate, you're always going to have opportunities to stretch and grow. And you can power up and really embrace your strengths, but there's always room to grow into those areas that are slightly more uncomfortable for you. So I think it's really cool that you see that you have things you'd like to work on, but you also see the opportunity for growth in those areas already. So that's a really great way to look at it. I think every real estate agent, even now, like suffers with imposter syndrome sometimes, and we all are like, oh, should we really be here? But yes, we should be here, and you guys are already taking the right steps to be educating yourselves so that you can provide the best experience for your clients. So I think that's really great. And so we're just going to release those fears of failure and rejection, and we're going to embrace success as we move forward. And I think that writing them down helps to let them go sometimes, because they can be floating around in your head. But if you put them on a piece of paper and organize them, it's nice to be able to say, okay, I'm letting these go and moving forward. Our sixth and last perspective is being held accountable. So what does being held accountable mean to you? Accountability is the first and foremost an attitude and an approach to your entire life. An accountable person says, everything in my life is a result of my choices and actions. I own my life. Accountability is a tool for continually changing the results in your life in the areas that matter most, which are your 20%. A person who is accountable for their 20% says, I own my life, and in certain areas, I'm going to continually improve my results. I will be purposeful, and I will be learning based and continue improving. Ignite will provide you with tools to develop and cultivate your accountability. What are some ways that you're holding yourself or having someone hold you accountable right now in your career? If anyone has a good one, I'd love to hear it. I know a lot of you have coaches or a team leader that you're working with. So remember that you can reach the highest level of achievement in your business by adapting these 6 personal perspectives. Happiness is not an individual sport. Your business success is not an individual sport either. As Gary Keller has learned, no one succeeds alone. This quote comes from Sean Aker, who pioneered the research that reveals happy humans are more productive, creative, better at problem solving, healthier, and less stressed. Would you agree that these outcomes lead to better success? Embrace being accountable by finding a mentor, coach, or partner to help you be accountable and happy. A lot of you have done that. So you will notice through Ignite that we'll share ahas, because there are powerful, meaningful insights that come from reflection on the experiences we're here having today. When we share them out loud, we further strengthen the power of the aha, and we help fellow participants as well. It's a good idea to jot down the ahas you have in your participation guide. And then that way, when you go back, say you do this class again in a year or 5 years, you might feel differently than you do right now, or look at things differently. So I like to take a lot of notes in there. Does anyone have anything they want to share they felt like they got from going over the 6 personal perspectives before we move on? And the ahas aren't required, but always welcome.
So for me, it's just about being true to myself and being me, not trying to be somebody else. And
Right.
there's so much knowledge and stuff that I've been picking up from other agents and from learning things, but I have to remind myself, be you, don't try to be them.
Right. We want our business to feel authentic to ourselves, and you'll be happier and more productive if it fits your life and what your goals are and matches and aligns with you. So I like that that is something you picked up on, Chris, early on. So on this one, Keller Williams is big on mindset. KW is also big on models and systems based on proven success strategies of those who found success before. Our job is to take advantage of this collective wisdom so that we can be highly successful as well and make this our chosen career for life. Now let's see how KW culture will power you through your career. There's an entire page devoted to culture on our Connect, our company intranet of resources available to all of you. In fact, culture is the #1 reason people say they chose Keller Williams. Today, we'll focus on a few elements of culture: the MVVBP, Red Day, KW Cares, and KW Kids Can. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Red Day than anything else because it is this week. But once a year, Keller Williams does a volunteer day nationwide. And so your market center should all be participating in Red Day on Thursday. Here in Southern Oregon, we're helping the Jackson County Animal Shelter. And I know every office has developed a volunteer opportunity. So this is a great way to give back to the community, to get your face and name out there, and do all the fun stuff with the group at the office. KW Cares is an agent fund that we use to support our agents when they are going through a hard time. If there's, a devastating fire or tornado or something like that, that's where the KW Cares fund comes in. We do Red Relief. We have KW Family Fund. We try to give back in every way we can here at Keller Williams. The MVVBP stands for Mission, Vision, Values, Benefits, and Perspective. Today, we'll take a look at the mission beliefs of Keller Williams. Our mission here is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. In your participation guide, there's a copy of the mission statement. So Ignite focuses on helping to build careers worth having. Of course, the intention is to build a business worth owning as well. Many KW agents have built businesses worth owning and are living a great life they envisioned for themselves. Many KW agents have grown to the point where they're achieving fulfillment by providing experiences for others and laying down foundations for legacies worth leaving. By the end of Ignite, we'll revisit the mission and explore your thoughts on the life worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Part of the MVVBP is the beliefs. We call them Y4C2Ts. All Keller Williams associates agree to abide by these beliefs because it's the right thing to do. Let's discuss. Well, let me just go ahead and read them all and then we'll discuss them. But win-win or no deal, integrity, do the right thing, customers always come first, commitment in all things, communication, we seek first to understand, creativity, ideas before results, teamwork, together everyone achieves more, trust starts with honesty, equity, opportunities for all, and success results through people. Let's discuss E for equity for a minute. Passed in 1968, the Fair Housing Act made it illegal to discriminate against, lost my place because I got distracted in the chat. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, national origin, color, gender, identity, and sexual orientation. This law was expanded to prohibit discrimination based on disability or family status in 1988. The NAR reminds us that we are the stewards of the rights to all to own, use, and transfer property, that we must protect the free market that depends on equal opportunity. We must all hold ourselves responsible to protect housing rights in our country In addition to being open to diverse clients, their needs is just good for business. Throughout Ignite, we'll present more about how equity, diversity, and inclusion can benefit your business. Learn more from KW's classes, The Color of Real Estate, Unconscious Bias, and Agent of Distinction. Learn more about these and diversity, equity, and inclusion on Connect. So on Connect, we have a lot of classes that cover a lot of different subjects. So feel free to get on there anytime you're looking for some extra education opportunities. So in your participation guide, there is a place where you can pick a belief and then write a sentence or two of how you will embody that belief in your real estate work. So feel free to go ahead and do that now. I'll just wait a minute before we move to the next slide. Okay, so more cultures represented with these KW organizations. We talked a little bit about Red Day. Red Day began in 2009 and stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. It's a day of pouring into our communities across the globe and occurs on the second Thursday of May each year. We've built homes from the ground up, gathered and distributed food to those who needed it, organized relief efforts, and when natural disasters hit, we spread joy and raise funds as only KW can when life takes an unexpected turn. KW Cares is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to serving KW associates and their qualifying family members experiencing hardship as a result of a sudden emergency. KW provides financial grants and aid when these unforeseen emergencies occur and has given away millions in support. KW Kids Can is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to empowering young adults to unlock their greatest potential through self-development events, coaching, and scholarships. You can donate or get involved with any of these cultural organizations. So here we have another opportunity for ahas. I'm going to just take a beat to see if anybody would like to share anything. And feel free, if you don't want to share, just to write them down in your book there. In the next section, we are going to talk about how Keller Williams is a global company and your market center provide value to you and your clients. In 1983, Keller Williams has cultivated an agent-centric, technology-driven, and education-based culture that rewards agent stakeholders. Keller Williams is the world's largest global real estate franchise by agent count and more than 1,100 offices and 200,000 associates. KW is number one in units and sales volume in the United States and at the forefront of technology, training, and culture. KWX is the holding company of Keller Williams and is composed of Keller Williams Worldwide, Keller Manage, Keller Offers, and Keller's Home Financial Services, consisting of Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered, all of which are designed to serve you, the agent, and your clients. These statistics are from year end at 2021. How does being part of Keller Williams benefit you and your customers? We offer Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered, and Keller Offers, which are they all supplement your business. If you aren't using a private lender, you can find ways to use Keller Mortgage. I do think they're working on that in Oregon. That's just now coming to Oregon, but it's been in Texas for a while. Later, we'll discuss your ability to give and receive referrals and how easily it is made to connect with people outside of your office. So we do have KW Command and KW Connect Live, which provide local regional training, which has information about our events, has Keller Williams University. We have our Ignite classes, we have Command training, and we have a KW Maps program called Bold. So Keller Williams offers a lot of training and coaching, and there's a lot of online options too. Keller Williams is known for its stellar coaching and training, and we've earned top awards from training magazines for 4 years. to enter the exclusive Hall of Fame. KW recognizes the importance and value of trainings like Ignite course and coaching programs like Bold that many agents take twice a year. Training is offered in several ways so we can make it as accessible as possible. You may access content on Connect or Connect Live and also in person. These are the classes like Ignite offered in your Market Center classroom or digitally via video or Zoom. There are two big annual events for coaching every year, coaching and networking. They are Family Reunion, which we just had in February, and also Agent Mega Camp in August, out in Austin, Texas. So those are a couple big ones that if you really want to jump all in coaching and you want to network, they're great places to meet a lot of agents and make that happen. How would you like a personal assistant that would stay connected with your clients and potential clients, remind you of your deadlines, appointments, and who to connect with, and track the progress of every day? Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, you already have it with KW Technology. KW believes the technology exists to simplify everyday life, making room for what truly matters to you and giving you the freedom to be more human and more present with your clients. As home and business increasingly coexist, a more virtual life weaves into your reality. KW Technology provides you with the right tools, tech, resources to help maintain your business at the highest level. Command is the homepage for every agent's business. Have you already explored Command? And if you have, does anyone want to share an experience with Command? If you are not using it, I suggest you dive right into Command because it can be super helpful. So it is your database of names and contact information. It is your goal tracker. You enter your goals in there. It will track you for the month and year. It'll track your activity, your conversion rates, and your projected income. A task manager to keep you on track to complete the things you've committed. And it's a referral network with other agents. So this tool really covers it all. And I always encourage agents to start getting to know Command, utilizing Command, setting up your email campaigns, getting your contacts in there. It can really help you reach your goals. The Command app is your pocket interface to your desktop version of Command. This app will remind you of things you need to know while storing all your conversations. In addition, agents have full access to client data and can track their clients and leads in real time. Agents also have the ability to text contacts directly through the app. You'll have the opportunity to download and use the Command app once you're in Command. If you don't have the Command app on your phone, I suggest you getting it up and running also. It's great to utilize Command on your computer, but using them together is ideal. This app is for you and for your consumers and you. This consumer-facing counterpart to Command, your contacts may search neighborhoods, zip codes, school districts, landmarks, and more, directly communicate with clients by keeping track of showings and be the first to know what your clients are searching or have stopped searching for. Buy, sell, and facilitate the entire transaction all through your personally branded KW app. We'll walk through the process to download and brand your KW app in day 3 of Ignite. Another feature of KW Technology is a partnership with DocuSign. DocuSign offers a secure digital workspace where you store documents and get forms signed. So most of you have probably set up your Command apps, your Command pages, and DocuSign. If you haven't, get with your coach and let's get that done because it will make a difference in your business. These ones aren't really updated there. Sorry, guys, those aren't very up to date there. So passive income, let's talk about profit share. Another of KW's values in profit share and growth share. You've heard about profit share when you joined and chose a sponsor. When you chose that sponsor, you automatically became a part of the profit share system and made your sponsor eligible to share in their Market Center profits. So what exactly is profit share here at Keller Williams? It's completely, entirely, and wholly, absolutely passive income. What is passive income? It's money you receive without doing anything actively to earn it. That's pretty cool. Keller Williams designed a system for you to share in the profits of the company like the owner would without any personal risks or investing in capital. This means you have no financial, legal risk, you have no down payment, and no phone calls to make. And who benefits? You, your family, and your heirs. Yes, you can pass the income on to your heirs. Your market center and the people you influence to join Keller Williams by helping the market center grow, by helping other real estate agents benefit from all that KW provides. Keller Williams Associates and leadership as a whole. There's all growth share, which allows you to grow the company outside the United States and Canada. Any KW associate can participate in the reap awards from both the growth share and profit share business. So a little bit about profit share, and I won't go too deep into this because I'm sure you've all heard it. But say you have a friend that's getting their real estate license, or maybe they're at another company and not getting the education that you're offered, and you can see that they would benefit from being at Keller Williams. If you bring them on and they name you as their sponsor, they're now in your profit share tree. So once that agent starts actively selling, you can get a piece of the profit share pie. So you want to grow your profit share tree as big as possible because that is all passive income. That is not something you have to work at daily. So as you are out there getting to know new agents or agents that may be struggling and you're like, well, we have these education opportunities and ways you can grow as an agent, come over and talk to Keller Williams. Make sure they put you down as their sponsor because that can grow into a really nice piece of the pie. Does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, so in this next section, we'll explore many more resources that KW has to offer. So we have the goal of Keller Williams is to keep you, the agent, at the center of the home buying and owning experience. Keller Williams Realty has been joined by KW Worldwide, Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered, and Keller Offers to make sure that the center of the home buying experience and the center of the entire life of the home ownership experience. When we bring up these companies, especially Keller Williams, Keller Mortgage, it's important to follow the RESPA, Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act guidelines. So there's a link in your book or a website in your book. You can look this over too. But it's basically you have to make sure that people are aware that we have this partnership if you suggest them. Because you don't want to be just only suggesting Keller Mortgage. People have the opportunity and choice to work with whomever they want, but it's a tool that we offer. Keller Williams strives to meet all the needs of all the associates, including those solely specialized in a niche of real estate. There are agents who choose to only help clients in commercial needs, such as office buildings, retail space, multi-unit apartments, hotels, and etc. Other agents are finding great success catering to clients in sports or entertainment fields. KW provides communities for these specialties, along with targeted services and marketing. Agents who become members of one or more of these communities may be offered additional resources, such as marketing materials designed specifically for them. So I know, Chris, you're interested in working with veterans. And so have you joined that community yet online in Command?
KW Military, yes.
Okay, perfect. So if you have a certain niche you're working with, or you have, like Chris being a veteran, you want to work in certain areas, make sure you connect with those communities through Keller Williams. If nothing else, you may be able to build your referral network that way. So now we've come to the fun part. After being introduced to all that Keller Williams has to offer, it's time to focus on you, your goals, and your dreams. So I want you to take a second to think about what drew you to this career. If anyone would like to share, that's fine. I know we have kind of a little quiet group here today, but take a minute to think about what drew you to this career, what excites you about this career, what do you intend to achieve for yourself and for your family, and visualize where you can be 1 year from now. So I'm just going to give you a couple minutes to think about those things. And if you want to jump on and share, that's fine too. So we're going to just visualize 1 year from now. So if in your workbook, you can put the date that would be 1 year from now. And we're going to say that your business is thriving and your life is everything you dreamed of. Your customers rave about the experience and value you provide and think of you when they have a real estate need. Your family and friends are so proud of your success and are consistently referring business your way. You're helping others live their dream of owning a home because you focused on helping them get what they desire. You're building the foundation and momentum of your entire career and gaining relationships, experiences, and the income you desire. You are the top agent in the market center or rookie of the year if you're new. You're poised to hire a part-time assistant who can handle 80% while you take care of your 20% that grows your business. And you are on the path to, and you can think about what that means to you. I mean, how would that make you feel to have all those things be true 1 year from now? Be a pretty great feeling, and it's fully possible. So we're going to expand your thinking beyond that 1 year. For example, what are you doing for the people you care about? What charities you support? How would you make the lives of yourself and everyone around you better? For this next activity, we're going to take a few minutes to complete this chart. Mine's usually hanging on the wall. I must have moved it somewhere. But in the boxes around the middle, we'll fill in the people and projects we care most about. We'll add more boxes if we need, and we'll add an amount that you would like to spend on each. For example, you want to pay for both your children's college tuition, or pay off your home or your car, or donate money to a local soccer field. Finally, add up all the numbers with what you need for your own lifestyle, debt, and investments, and write this amount in the middle box. Don't limit yourself. Avoid thinking I'll never be able to afford $120,000 into tuition. Just put whatever your vision looks like. I'm going to give you 3 minutes for this activity. And then at the end, if somebody wants to share some info, that I've always found this activity to be something that kind of really gets people thinking. So I'll start the timer, let you guys work on it, and then I'll be back and you can let me know. Okay, so does anybody want to share anything they discovered while doing that activity? I know it can be like a personal thing with the numbers, but if anyone would like to share, give you a minute to do that. Okay, I don't see anybody raising their hand, so we're going to move on. It's important to establish a mindset of caring and gratitude along with your goals at the beginning of the journey into your future. Even jobs you love have moments where you struggle to find motivation. During Ignite, you'll learn a lot about the ins and outs and how to find and keep business. You'll learn everything you need to know to get to a deal to the get your deal to the closing table. The more connected you are with what you want to do with your success, the more you'll find that success. So this activity is important because we all have days we just don't want to do it. And when you write your own schedule, it's too easy to not want to do it. So I always go back to this chart that I usually have hanging on my wall. And I also go back to my big why. So those are two things that really keep me motivated when I'm having a hard time. To achieve success, you need motivation and inspiration for doing it. Your big why. As you go through Ignite, look for ways you're limiting your own success and remove those barriers that you're putting in the way. Be especially aware of those limiting beliefs that can creep in if you're not careful. Connect to your goals to push through and achieve your goals. What stirs your soul? Think beyond your business, what really drives you? Is it money, freedom, providing for your family, college tuition for you or your children, building a legacy for your future, supporting a charity? What is it that really drives you? So take a moment and write this down in your participation guide under your big why. That'll help you get to your big why. What is the driving force that you're doing this for? The answer to this question is your big why. Anyone can achieve the goals set in this course, and not everyone will. The journey requires discipline and commitment to follow models, systems, and a schedule every day. It requires passion towards something bigger than the task at hand. Your big why. First, have a big why built around your passion. Then follow the models you'll learn in course to keep doing it, and you will achieve big success. Once you have a strong enough big why, the how doesn't matter. To achieve success, you need motivation and inspiration for doing it, your big why, and to fuel that big why will take money and an income goal. So my big why has been the same for 10 years. My big why has always been on my wall, and it says debt-free equals freedom, or debt-free equals financial freedom. That has always been my big why. And some people's are more family-based or like more based around their health or based around their goals. But mine has not changed in 10 years, which I always find like kind of cool, because it's like even then I knew what I wanted. So now that we've talked about your big why, we're going to talk a little bit about where your commission dollars go. In that last activity, you estimated how much you'd like to earn to pay for the things that are most important for you. First, let's get real about how commissions work. Many new agents get their first check for their first closing, pocket it all. It's an exciting amount of money, and then get in trouble down the line. So 50% of the total commission will go to the buyer's agent and the listing agent. A third of that goes to the market center for the company dollar, franchise, royalty, and fees. After the market center, we look at the cost. Another third goes towards your operating expenses, signs, cars, phone, all the things that you use to grow your business. And then we save for taxes. And finally, you get your share. There's a lot different than thinking you're getting the full commission, isn't it? Here's an important habit to start now. Put money away for your taxes religiously. You don't want to have a year's worth of work wiped out because you failed to plan accordingly for those. Is that what you expected? Is that what you thought when you thought about becoming a real estate agent and commission? Does anybody have any thoughts on that? Has anyone closed a deal and and had to deal with breaking all down yet? No? Okay, we're gonna just move on then.
I thought Keller Williams takes some of the tax out for you or something like that.
No, we are all subcontractors. Keller Williams has their royalty fee, but the taxes are up to us to pay that. So you can pay those quarterly. And I'm not a tax expert, I'm just telling you like vague overlook of what I know, quarterly or at the end of the year. So some people have savings accounts, they just put their tax money in. Other people just pay their quarterlies to the IRS, like everybody does it a little differently, but if you know a tax expert or have a tax person, it would be smart to sit down and just talk to them before you start making some solid commission checks and make a plan.
Okay.
So how many houses must you help buy or sell in the next 12 months to reach your net income goal? So what we're going to do is, how you find that out is you will figure out the average sale price in your market and your average commission rate. Then you will figure out your gross commission income, your GCI. So that's before all the extra stuff, the royalty cap and all of that. So the GCI is not your take home pay. So this, let's see, maybe on this next slide. Yeah, here it goes. So your net income goal. So this kind of will help you break down, these pages in your book will help you break down to figure out exactly. So what your big number is, how many houses you're going to have to sell, which can be broken down even further of how many contacts you have to make. And it's really great to be able to figure that all out. So I could get into it, but it's like everybody's goal is different. So it could be a long conversation there. But we definitely want to use the participation guide to do the calculations for yourselves with the company dollar royalty expenses and average commission. Would anybody like to share if they had an idea? Have you ever had this conversation before about gross commission income and setting your goals? Do you have how many houses you'd have to sell in a year to hit your goals? No. So this is something you'll think about when goal setting. You'll want to know, what's my big number? How much commission will that take? And how will I get there? And if you want to do that with your coach privately, set an appointment because we'd love to do that with you. So this is just like a vague introduction to goal setting, and it's meant to motivate you to reach your income goal and know what it takes. But you'll definitely revisit this goal more in depth towards the end of Ignite when you have a little bit better understanding. So it'll be something that I know I didn't do a great job of explaining how to set that up, but they will deep dive into that. So it's good when you get to that part of Ignite to know your number from that chart we just did, the average sales price in your area, and then that'll help you with the average commission and setting those goals to what you need to make. Okay, so we will definitely want to spend a couple hours with the daily success systems every day through lead generation. You'll want to have 10 conversations, 10 contacts added to your database, 10 handwritten notes. You'll want to use the 10-5-1 social media engagement program. So the goal of Ignite is to equip you with the mindset, skills, and tools you'll need to secure your first appointment and reach a successful close on the buying or selling of a home. The first job of a real estate agent is lead generation. The activities of lead generating is the foundation of your business, your 20%. In addition, practicing conversations and dialogues will prepare you for confidence and success. Success is measured in appointments, signed agreements, signed contracts, and closed transactions. Of course, before we get involved in conversations with contacts and lead generating, we must remember to comply with the TCPA and do not call regulations. So you want to make sure your call list, I always vet my call list to make sure they are not on that do not call list. And there is a website you can sign up for, and I can send you that information if you need it. And we want to make sure, because the Market Center doesn't cover that on, like, your E&O insurance doesn't cover if you called someone on the do not call list and then they go to sue you RE&O insurance as a real estate agent doesn't cover that lawsuit. So you'd be on your own, which puts your business in danger. So you really want to make sure you're utilizing the Consumer Protection Act there. So what I do is I subscribe to the registry on the website, and then I check before I call, and then I update those call lists regularly. If a consumer tells me they don't want me to call, I take them off the call list, and just know your state and federal laws. So what I do when I'm getting ready to lead generate is I will make a list. So when I first started, I didn't lead generate for 2 hours. I started with 30 minutes because that's what I could fit in my day. And I would make a list of about 30 minutes worth of phone calls to make for the next day. I would vet it through the TCPA, and then I would call for 30 minutes and then spend 30 minutes making the list for the next day. So there's an hour of lead generation right there. If 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours is too much for you, start with an hour. Start where you can and grow it if that's what it takes for you to get some lead generation done daily. Powerful conversations get results. The daily success system requires that we talk to people every day. It's important to know what to say, and we will help you get through that with Ignite. You will have conversations of care and gratitude. You'll check in with people. You'll offer value and assistance. Notice I didn't say you're calling to ask if they need to buy or sell, did I? No, because there's a better way to gain confidence and stay in touch with people. So when they think of real estate, they think of you. Conversations strengthen relationships. So you explain why it's important to understand the power of words we use and the importance of practicing these conversations every day. So just as a doctor learns anatomy before working with patients, agents must prepare to have meaningful conversations with clients. So we're going to review the phrases on the slide. Did you ever find everything you were looking for? Go ahead and look around and please let me know if I can help you. Or I see you admiring that big screen TV. Are you looking to get one for the big game this weekend? Who has ever heard the phrases or ones that are similar before while in a store? I'm sure everyone can say they have. So these phrases are pretty well known, the ones above on the slide, and are used in the sale and service industry. These phrases are not real estate focused, but can be combined with real estate in the fact that a person's knowledge of the industry, whether it's electronics, clothing, or real estate, can help them make the sale. These questions should be seen as a tool that are essential to getting your job done. Always aim to be 100% customer service oriented through the entire conversation. At Ignite, we'll be having conversations with people we know and have an implicit relationship to remain in contact. We call these people our sphere or sphere of influence, or our SOI. Your sphere of influence are people you've met, they know you, they trust and respect you. They're most likely here to help you. After all, people like to do business with the people they know, trust, and respect. The contacts in your phone are a good place to look for your sphere. Your sphere of influence is more than just friends and family. According to the NAR, which we refer to as the National Association of Realtors, which we refer to as the NAR, 66% of sellers and 41% of buyers found their agent through a friend, neighbor, or relative, or used an agent that they had worked with before. It costs $0 to call people you already know. It requires fewer contacts and less effort to ask them for their business and refer a family or friend. So who do you know that's going through something in life that may need to make a move? Who does not know yet that you're a real estate agent? Who have you not spoken to in the last 2 weeks? That right there will start that lead generation list for you. So maybe start that list today with those 3 questions. This graph depicts when people are most likely to move, which NAR has found that the average person moves every 7 to 10 years. The peaks are the moment of a person's moves. As soon as they purchase, the likelihood of a move falls into a trough, and over time, the likelihood of a move builds back up again. Your job is to have a relationship throughout their home ownership. so that you are top of mind when they begin considering another move, or they know someone who has a real estate need. If you don't talk to them for 8 years after a deal, why would they call you first when they're ready to move? How would you feel if your friends only called you when they wanted something from you? Would you feel like they cared about you? Do you trust people that you think only care about money more than they care about you? Do you want to talk to them and do business with them? No, of course not. This is why we stay in contact with people consistently over time. When you continually offer value, they will be the ones reaching out to you when they're ready to make that move. So what I want you guys to do is add 5 to 7 people from your sphere to the WAVES model in the participation guide based on answering the following questions. Who do you know that has recently moved? Who might be thinking about moving soon, and who is somewhere in the middle? So if you write those names on their list, it kind of gives you a visual of what that cycle is going to look like for you with those people. The Ford method. So the Ford method is a simple conversation tool. You're going to have several conversations with another participant in class. So this is more like when we're in person. So, but this will help you practice having conversations that are engaging in everyday life of your real estate career. So basically what you do is you will ask questions based on family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, how's your family doing? I heard you just had a new baby, or I heard you just got a new puppy. That will start a conversation where you are showing interest in what's going on in their lives. Are you still working at the ABC company? How are you enjoying that? Have there been any changes in your work? Questions that then focus on their occupation. Their recreation. You can say, did you ever get that boat you talked about? So you're not renting one all the time? Did that work out for you? Are you loving it? And for their dreams, are you still thinking of retiring to the mountains one day? So these are all things that when you have these conversations with people, Command has an option in their contact for you to take notes. So if you call someone and they're like, oh, we just had a baby, you can put in the notes so when you pull up their contact next, it shows that when you talked to them in April, they had just had a baby. So now when you call again, you say, oh, how's the baby doing? They're about 6 months old now, so it's good to track that in Command also. So you have those conversations a little easier. It's easier to remember when you're talking to 50 different people. So each day in Ignite, you grow in how you think, feel, act, and implement what you've learned. From learning and ahas, you move toward achievement of your big life. And that's what we're here for, to achieve our big goals. So in your participation guide, you'll just want to write down how you've grown in any areas on this page to point out any common themes if you guys want to talk about them at all. Like I said, no pressure if you don't want to, but if you feel like sharing. And then taking the time to reflect on what you've learned is important in building your confidence and celebrating your growth. So at the end of each session, you can keep track of your learning journey. So if you want to take a couple minutes and just write down any growth moments you had for yourself and shout them out if you'd like. Okay, so does anybody have anything they'd like to share? So I'm just going to go on to talk about our daily success system. So these are the things you're going to do on your own time. And we'll also be supporting one another. So in some of your Ignite classes in the beginning of class, they may ask you to share what's working and what's not working about your daily success systems. We have the role play practice conversations with a partner. You can do this on your own with scripts off of the KW University or practicing conversations of like lead generation. We also offer every morning, Monday through Friday, a daily dialogue on your calendars. That's a good thing to kind of click onto and practice these conversations with, or hear people practice these conversations. You want to spend 10 minutes preparing a call list for the day and 45 minutes a day making contact and having real conversations with as many people as possible. Your goal of establishing and nurturing a relationship so that when people are ready to buy or sell, they think of you first. So then you want to spend 30 minutes after that updating your database. Who did you talk to? When are you going to talk to them next? Are they in there? You got to add them or not. So that's how the time is kind of broken up for your success systems while you're doing Ignite. These activities are the daily habits of success. We can complete them in every day, and you will continue with this rhythm for the rest of your career. Have your mindset turn to success when we'll cover the job competencies of an agent and get you started on daily success systems. Your call to action before tomorrow's session is to make sure you have your account login for Connect and for Command. If it's your first time, you'll need to make sure you have your password set up. So I'm pretty sure all of you probably have your Connect and Command login. Just make sure you have that for tomorrow's class. As we wrap up today's learning session, let's I didn't get a lot of ahas from you guys, so I'm just going to ask that if you had something you wanted to share, that we share it now. And if you have any questions for me, that feel free to ask them. It looks like everyone's good to go. So that's all I have for you today. And then if you need anything else, reach out to your coaches or your team leaders and let me know. Have a good day. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.